I have a different take on the inner city people that dislike and distrust the police. I'm going to tell you that it's not the police's fault. Yes, there are some bad police officers. There's officers out there that have a Wyatt Earp complex. There's officers out there that are racist, just like I'm a racist and everybody else has a problem. Everybody has problems. But I'm going to tell you where the root cause of the inner city problems are. And it has to do with the funding of the municipality. The politicians in the communities control the police force. And they, in many cases, use the police force as a vehicle to collect revenue from the citizens. And they do it in many cases to collect revenues from outsiders and then from people that can't defend themselves. And what happens is a black person that goes down the street in their car and they don't have their right inspection sticker gets a $100 fee. Well, if I got a $100 fee, it's the cost of doing business. Okay, I pay it and I'm on my way. But when a poor person gets a $100 fee, what happens is that's a game changer for them. Many cases they can't put food on the table, so they have a choice. Do I pay the $100 fee or do I put food on my table? So which course of action are they going to take? In many cases, they're late on making their payments. They don't go to traffic court. They think the system's rigged against them, and they're right. The system is rigged against them. You have cops out there where there's 7 cops in the community, and they collect $485,000 in revenue, which is 75% of the municipal's budget. They're out there collecting revenue because the citizens that run the municipalities, that's the politicians, force the cops to go out and collect and be a revenue generator. They're not there to serve and protect. They're there to collect. And in many cases, these people, they fail to make their fines. They end up in the legal system. They get warrants out for them. Then the next thing you know, they have even bigger fines and possible jail terms. And I know this is a fact because here at Highland Hill Farm, I have people that work for me that are from the inner city. They're black. They have their issues in life. But many of them can't drive because of traffic tickets. That is a game changer for these people. And that's caused by municipalities that want to generate revenue. I saw one case where my son was driving up in Connecticut and a cop pulls him over and does a DOT stop, checks everything in his vehicle, right? What does he get a ticket for? He gets a $92 ticket because the doctor's signature on his medical card wasn't legible. Now that was just revenue generation. Now when they put traffic cams out to generate millions of dollars in traffic tickets, it's not to make the roads safer, it's to generate money. And that's the police officer. It's just like when you go into a restaurant and you get a lousy meal, the dishes are dirty, the food's cold, and you scream at the waitress. The waitress is just the delivery person. She's just bringing the food from the kitchen to your table. She has no responsibility on how hot it is. She's not going to put her finger in your food to find out if it's too hot or too cold. It's not her fault. And the same thing applies with the police officers. The police officers aren't the one that is causing the problem. It's their supervisors and their municipal politicians that are forcing them to go out and be traffic money generators, to go out there and get money from the general public and make poor people pay fines that they can't afford to pay. That's what they're doing. And that's what builds up the big anger. If I was a poor black person, a cop pulled me over, man, I think, man, this guy's, he's not here to wish me happy birthday. He's not here to wish me Merry Christmas. So that's where the root cause is. Now, there are bad cops. I'm not going to say that, but I think there are very, very few. I don't think cops get up in the morning and say, hey, I want to go out and give traffic tickets. Yeah, there are a few cops around here that we know of that really delight in giving people traffic tickets. But the average cop doesn't want to be caught doing that. The average cop really wants to go out there and catch people that are doing things wrong. He wants to make the community safe. And he doesn't want to have a problem when he goes home with, somebody yelling at him that, you shot my kid, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't want to. He wants to go home. He wants to have his life. He doesn't want to go home and think, well, what did I do today? I gave out traffic tickets. I shot somebody that, didn't need to be shot. They don't, that's not their gig. They're like you and me. They don't want problems. They just want to go to work, do their job, and go home. But when the politicians force them to go out and give tickets in order to have a job, that's what they do. So it's the politicians. It's always the politicians. This video is brought to you by Highland Hill Farm. We grow and sell screening and buffering trees for privacy and sound barriers.